I made a $250,000 financial mistake, and the worst part is it was completely avoidable. So today I'm going to tell y'all exactly what happened and how I made that financial mistake. Y'all seem to really like my video about the best financial decision, so I wanted to make a part 2 to that video and talk about my worst financial decision. Before I jump into it, I want you to drop a comment below. What is your worst financial decision? Because you never know if your financial mistake could help someone avoid the same mistake that you fell into. And I'll be real with you, my mistake stung a bit, not because it completely ruined me financially or anything dramatic like that, but because it was 100% avoidable. It came down to a lack of financial literacy and understanding. So if you've ever felt like you're finally getting ahead and then made a move that set you back more than it should have, you're probably going to relate to this video. So let's get into it. My worst financial decision was not some flashy purchase. It was actually something way more boring and honestly, way more expensive in the long run. And that was not opening a Roth IRA the second I turned 18 years old and just letting all those early years of adulthood and all those early years of tax free compounded growth slip through my fingers. I've tried to think back and find one big purchase where I can say, yeah, that was a mistake. But the truth is, I really don't have one. My big mistake was inaction by not investing in a Roth IRA. It was missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars, quietly compounding for me that I just never gave myself the chance to take advantage of. And playing devil's advocate here, and to be fair, from 18 to 22 years old, I was in college. I was focused on getting my electrical engineering degree, hanging out with friends, snowboarding, drinking beer, and just living a lifestyle like most people do at that age. So I get it looking back. Investing was not exactly on the top of my mind. But if you're watching this and you're 18 years old, or you're in that early stage of adulthood where you're just getting started living on your own, this is where I want you to really pay attention because you don't need to have everything figured out and you definitely don't need to be an investing expert right away. You just need to start. You just need to open that Roth IRA account, put a little bit of money in, whatever you're comfortable with, just to get the ball rolling. Even if you have no clue what to invest in, you can keep it simple with something like VTI or VOO. And obviously, go do your own research and make your own decisions because I'm an engineer, not a financial advisor. But the biggest mistake that you can make early on is sitting on the sidelines and waiting until you feel ready because that feeling might cost you more than you think. Let's talk about my missed opportunity real quick. If you take the Roth IRA available contribution limits, and let's say I had actually maxed it out when I was 18 years old, all the way up to 25 because I started this account when I was 26, that missed opportunity equates to $48,500 of capital that I could have put into my Roth IRA. Now that would have grown to about $68,000 at a 10% return because I started my Roth IRA at 26. So realistically, I missed out on 68,000 bucks. Assuming you run those lost opportunity numbers, that $68,000 through a compounding interest calculator, you look 30 years down the road, and that is a potential lost opportunity of $250,000 at a 10% market return, all because I took off 8 years of maxing out my Roth IRA. Let that sink in. That is a $250,000 lost opportunity cost at a 10% market return, all because I just waited on the sidelines. And these numbers are not perfect, obviously, but they're pretty close. Just let that $250,000 sink in for anybody watching this that may be the age range of, let's say, 18 to 22 years old. If I could give my younger self any piece of advice, it would be to max out my Roth IRA because time in the market is so valuable and you truly never get it back. I was too busy trading meme stocks on Robinhood when instead I should have just been investing in VOO and letting that tax-free growth build up a powerful account like the Roth IRA. That's exactly why I make these videos, because I don't want you guys learning these lessons the hard way like I did. And I want to be clear, I don't sit here and dwell on regret or beat myself up over it, because that's not how I operate. I do not operate out of the victim mentality. But I do think there's a responsibility, especially since I've already made these mistakes, to turn around and share them with you so that you can hopefully avoid them and invest sooner and hit your financial freedom sooner. Even if you don't want to open up a Roth IRA, There's a ton of personal finance fundamentals that you can get a jump start on when you are a young adult. One thing that I still struggle with today is budgeting. While I make good money now, I could be doing even better if I leveled up my budgeting game. Budgeting is one of the oldest formulas out there. Money in minus money out equals money left over. And I still struggle with it today. I'm probably going to try one of these budgeting apps. So if you know any good budgeting apps, also let me know down in the comments. Another thing that you could be doing is building up your emergency fund in a high yield savings account. That's another mistake. That's not quite my biggest mistake, but it's one where I probably lost a couple $1,000s of potential interest because I did not start my high yield savings account until I was 25. I went so long without really knowing about personal finance basics until I started stumbling upon some YouTube videos similar to the type of content that I'm trying to produce, and I started reading some self development and personal finance books. But yeah, even if you don't want to jump right into a Roth IRA immediately, there's still a lot of great options to set yourself up for financial success and not fall into some of the pitfalls that I fell into. Even if you do fall into some of these, you can quickly pull yourself out by landing a great job and working towards increasing your earning potential. Now, if you combine the two, those being that you have a good understanding of the personal finance pillars and you can make a decent income, you're due for lots of financial success in the future. If this video can help just one person, I'm going to consider this a success. And I really don't have much else for this video, so I'm just going to keep it short. Let me know down in the comments again, what has been your biggest financial mistake? As always, thanks for watching and supporting the channel. For those of you who stayed till the end, you have an awesome attention span. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.